The House will come to order. Prayer by the chaplain.
Good and gracious God, creator of all that is good, we thank you for the gift of life. Each of us is called by you to steward this gift and help others to do so. Give those in this chamber the wisdom and grace to work collaboratively, to respect the gift of life and protect it in its most vulnerable moments. May we work together to promote human flourishing, care for creation, and a dignified existence for all people in our state. Help us to build a culture of peace and justice where people no longer turn to violence as an answer to problems, but respectfully dialogue through differences so divisions can disappear and growth will flourish. Finally, we remember that we are called to serve and not to be served. You challenge us to love and forgive our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. Lord, this is sometimes hard, but with your divine assistance, we can model a better way of friendship and dialogue for the betterment of our society, culture, and families. We ask this all in your holy name. Amen.
The chaplain for today is the Most Reverend Kevin T. Kenny, Auxiliary Bishop of the Catholic Archdiocese of St. Paul and Minneapolis in St. Paul, Minnesota. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Speaker.
Representative. State your point of personal privilege, Representative Knudsen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I would just like to take a minute to tell you about a national tragedy that affects my family personally. U.S. Border Patrol agent David Chris Mayland was fatally shot in the line of duty on Monday afternoon. Chris was my cousin. This tragedy occurred during a routine traffic stop in Vermont near the Canadian border. Chris was a Blue Earth, Minnesota native. We grew up in Fairmont, Minnesota, where he graduated from high school in 1999. Chris was a man of service. He was a U.S. Air Force veteran who worked security at the Pentagon during the 9/11 terrorist attacks. He also served as a U.S. Marshal and an independent contractor for federal security. He worked special security detail at both the White House and the Pentagon. Throughout his career, he was offered many opportunities for promotion, which he turned down because he wanted to be more focused on making a difference in the field and seeing the impact that he had each and every day. He will be remembered for his courage and commitment to protecting fellow Americans. He is also a person who served faithfully with honor and bravery. He always put his service above himself. Chris is the first Border Patrol agent to be murdered in over a decade. Chris was an incredible man and will be missed dearly. I am grateful for his service, and I know he was very proud of it. Our family is heartbroken. He died in the line of duty, serving to protect our country. We will cherish his memories and mourn his sacrifice. Until we meet again, Godspeed, you good and faithful servant. I request a moment of silence.
Members, please remain standing and observe a moment of silence for the officer that was murdered in the line of duty. The clerk will take the roll. The clerk will take the roll of the member voting remotely.
West.
West, present.
West, present.
The clerk will close the roll. A quorum is present. The clerk will read the journal of the preceding day.
Journal of the House, 94th Session, 2025, St. Paul, Minnesota, Monday, January 20th, 2025.
If there is no objection, further reading of the journal will be dispensed with, and the journal will be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Hearing no objection, the journal is approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Reports of standing committees and divisions. A copy of this order of business is on your desk and online. If there is no objection, the reports will be adopted. Hearing no objection, the reports are adopted. Introduction of bills. The following House files have been offered for introduction today. The chief clerk will report the House files and give them their first reading.
Introduction and first reading of House Files 11 through 193.
First reading, House Files 11 through 193. Motions and resolutions. There are copies of non-controversial motions at the House desk and online. If there is no objection, we will take action on these motions first. Hearing no objection, the motion prevails.
NISCA offered the following resolution and moves its adoption. Whereas the 66 members of the Democrat Farmer Labor Caucus in Minnesota House have been absent during the first week of the session, and
A copy of this motion is on each member's desk. The Majority Leader, Representative Niska.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. This resolution is an effort to get our House back in order, and we are very concerned, especially with comments from Representative Hortman last week, suggesting there may be some collusion happening between the DFL caucus and those in charge of the state patrol, perhaps in the governor's office, indicating to them that there would be no effort by law enforcement to enforce our calls of the House or efforts to get people here at the Capitol where they're supposed to be working. And so this resolution is urging the governor to enforce the law and direct the state patrol to enforce the law and help our Sergeant at Arms secure the absent members so that we can move forward with the work of the House that's very important. We need to get a budget done. We have a lot of problems for the people of Minnesota that we need to get to work on. And so this resolution is to urge the governor to enforce the law. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Discussion? I recognize Representative McDonald.
Madam Speaker, just to add on to Majority Leader Niska, it's not that we need to be back in order. The House is in order. The Democrats have to get back here to do the business of the people. We are in order. For the Minnesotans that are watching, we have never been out of order. We're doing the business of the people. So the Democrats need to get back to here as we continue to be in order doing the business of the state of Minnesota. Madam Speaker.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Announcements. The Majority Leader, Representative Niska.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 23rd, 2025.
Representative Niska moves that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails. Representative Niska.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House do now adjourn.
Representative Niska moves that the House do now adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. The motion prevails and the House stands adjourned until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 23rd, 2025.